Okay, so today we have the project of making a table for spray paint art. I thought about buying a plastic foldable table, and I realized that's probably an expense that I want to skip out on, especially since I'm going to have to buy a good number of spray paint cans in order to even start my projects. So I went to Home Depot, bought the plywood that you see right here. It's I forgot the measurements, but it's in the plywood section. Okay, it's in the plywood section. It's a 2x4, 3/4, I guess, width plywood. I guess you just have to figure out, the reason why I got the one I have is due to the fact that the nails, I don't want the nails to be like going right through. Okay, here are the nails, just so that you can see a little bit of it. Okay, they're basically the size of my thumbnail. Now, also, you can also find really nice legs, or figure out what you want for your legs. This is a 2x4, basically a 2x4 that you can find in the lumber area of Home Depot, pre-cut, which is great because you don't have to cut it yourself. You don't have to ask people at Home Depot to help you, and it's actually cheaper. Of course, you're gonna have to have a ruler, just in case you need to measure the distance from the edge of the board, and a handy dandy pencil. Hopefully it has enough lead. Also, on the side over here, I have a rigid, of course this is overkill. But I just like the fact that it's corded. I'm really disliking cordless because I've had to go through so many batteries regarding cordless batteries. So that one, the one I have is a let me think, it's a VSR drill. Here it is. Okay, heavy duty 1/2" VSR drill. I've used it already once. It's pretty awesome. It's 8-amp motor. You don't have to worry about it dying. And moving on, for the last stuff, is I want my legs to be foldable. Okay, so what I really wanted is to be able to mount my legs onto the table in such a way that when I'm done, I could end up just, clicking this and then folding the legs, so that way I can store it away quicker. Now those things, these whatever they call, I don't know, I just bought them. You can find them on Amazon. I bought them on Amazon, and they were, I guess you can say they were cheap. I think it was between $8 and $15, I think, for 4 of them. They brought all the screws and stuff like that. Just look at the customer reviews and you should be fine. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna start doing the measuring, and then I'll get back to you guys when I start actually drilling out. Okay, so I made sure to put both of these on the table first. Figured out that I want them from each side of the edge 1.5 inches. You'll see how that looks when I install it onto the board. But I also made sure that the top of this lumber, this piece of lumber, was flush with the edges that are going to go onto the table. And I've drawn my circles. I'm going to start now installing one of the screws, and hopefully everything goes well. God have mercy on me if I mess up.
Also make sure that your drill is going to drill in, not outward. Slow and steady wins the race. Okay, that's one end. This is actually looking really beautiful, from my point of view. I'll do this for every single screw. And hopefully this is lining up and stuff. If not, I'm going to have to edge something. This is what I don't like. I'm not really at a good angle. But if it works, it works. I just need it to be a table, that's it. I'm not entering into a contest or anything. Okay, there. Then all I have to do is now install it over here. Yep, and then I'm going to make the necessary marks and stuff like that, and I should be good. It is a little bit like off, you can see how, but maybe when I screw it into this, it'll be a little better. Okay.
I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, last screw for this leg. Okay. Again, the only reason why I go slow when entering these things in, because I don't want to wear out the plywood more than it needs to be, because it's a medium density, which I would think that means it's not as thick or doesn't have a lot of meat in there, not as like an actual wooden kind of thing. I think this is like more like a composite, but anyways, now the whole thing is you would pull this lever and you're able to fold in the legs. Now it's foldable enough that it's not going to lock into into place, which is something maybe I should just shave off some of the leg, but I don't think I will. I'm just gonna keep it that way. And then it should, yep, and it's locked into place when it becomes a leg. So, good, 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 good. Okay, well, I am finally done. Let's explain this. Okay, so they are foldable legs. What I'm going to end up doing, though, in the future, I'm probably going to end up getting some sort of Velcro or something that can go right from here all the way over the leg, so that way if I pick it up or something, I can I don't have to worry about the legs kind of like popping up when I'm carrying it, because it's still very like, you can just do this and they can fly open while you're walking, and that's not something that you want. But see, they're very it's very nice. I like it just because it's very quiet. You don't have to worry about like a really loud clicking sound when they lock into place. All I have to do is maybe have some sort of like something to grab so that I can flip it over when I open the leg. It's a pretty heavy table, but I think it will do the job. I mean, it looks nice. One of the legs looks a little bow-legged, but I think that's just how it was installed and stuff. But the good part, no matter what, it's not going to close on me just because it's locked into place. So I'm not really worried about it having a problem. So I don't know if you can see it, but it kind of is a little bow-legged. It's going inward instead of staying outward. But that's probably just how I mounted it and stuff. But there you go. One table ready for spray painting. Enjoy.